available. Kira picks it. Before, we've seen people try to bait him into picks. It didn't work out. Bjergsen's going to match fire with fire, being on Team Fire, and go for the double Lucian.
But man, you know, you saw the smile on Bjergsen's face. He predicted this.
Yep.
He knew this was coming. This is the matchup he seemingly wants to play. And if there's one way to beat, you know, the person coming into this bracket that could potentially have stamped their name, it's play them at their own game and beat them.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's all about those mechanics, and Bjergsen knows if he's stuck in a 1 versus 1 where it's all about skill, no extraneous factors, plus those it being in a mirror matchup with Lucian, if he has something up his sleeve and just knows this, you know, gets one more auto tackle, one more double tap, he'll take this 1v1. It's so big.
And right now, we're in the mirror match. Rune's Mastery is going to be so important. I'm expecting double Grasp of the Undying. We'll get a sight on that as we go forward into this one. However, the summoners are different, so we're not in a pure mirror. We have Exhaust Barrier for Kira and Exhaust Ignite for Bjergsen. So there is a difference already as we head on to the Rift.
Yes, there is. So Kira pretty much exclusively basically used to go for Ignite Exhaust and has gone into the barrier this time. So we'll have to see how that dynamic shakes out as we get through this one. But getting onto the Rift for Kira versus Bjergsen. This is the game out of this set stretch to watch. And already Kira gets the dominance over that bush and takes a hit at that ward. But Bjergsen was just slow to the punch.
And all that ward now does for Bjergsen is know, oh, Kira's in that bush. Okay, that's exactly where he should be anyway. So the ward for Bjergsen doesn't do too much, and it allows Kira to now get the first auto attacks off onto the minion wave as it pushes in. We talked about runes, masteries, what would be different. There is a difference here between these two players. Kira has got 7 extra armor, whereas Bjergsen is running flat health. He's got an extra 100 health coming out at the start of this matchup, so there is a big difference. You can see the damage Kira putting down onto this first wave of minions already, rushing for that early level 2.
Yeah, okay, so Grasp coming out there. Did you say both have gone for Grasp in this one?
I will double check.
Okay.
I believe so, yes. They both have the indicator.
All right, so Kira trying to get this down. Basically at the same HP, trade comes across, both lands the piercing light, and one more autos from Kira, but takes some damage from those caster minions. Bjergsen actually pushing up here as another piercing light trades back, another double tap. Literally auto for auto, but Bjergsen getting a slight advantage in this 1v1.
And one thing you want to keep in mind is...
level 2 from Kira. He will jump in. Bjergsen responds as well. Gets a double tap from the passive, layers it, and weaves it between his passive and his spells. And again, kind of comes out even, but Bjergsen still slightly ahead.
Yeah, and at this point, the experience between the two is fairly even right now. You can see Kira will be able to get the push on towards Bjergsen to begin this one off. 3 minions in the wave, so Bjergsen wasn't quite able to answer that, but he has the added health. Kira has to dodge around from Bjergsen.
Yeah, Kira cuts the vision, goes into the bush. Bjergsen responds with some more autos, backs off to the vision once again into that bush. There's taking damage from that cannon minion on the way out. That was actually huge, and that's really what pushed the health advantage in Bjergsen's favor.
We're coming up to the point where health relics are going to be available.
Oh, jumps in, gets the barrier down, there comes the exhaust. Which Jonas will come out ahead? It's going to be Bjergsen in the one-on-one.
Bjergsen, just with the health from the masteries earlier, is able to trade more effectively into Kira to begin. That extra 100 health, way more effective than 7 armor in the first few levels. And here's the kill moment once again. Bjergsen knows it. He doesn't even care about taking the aggro from the minion wave. Enough damage with the ignite, burns through the barrier with the auto attacks. Bjergsen takes down Kira.
Man, and it was ultimately the fact that Kira has pretty much exclusively gone for Lucian and Caitlyn, which was ultimately his downfall. Even a Shinigami on his side didn't prove enough to take that win. And man, Bjergsen looking so hot off the Rift.
Yeah, I mean, man, that right there was just exactly how to put a game plan together of, I'm going to let him pick his pick, and then I'm going to pick his pick, and I'm going to have a different setup. That is such a crucial factor. Just the ability to basically have 2 autos more health in the very early beginning of that game allowed Bjergsen basically to just win that straight up. Just took the trade, even experience, is able to just take him out.
Yeah, that's what I absolutely love about these 1v1s. It's all about those runes and masteries and all these small things that add up. And as you mentioned, it was the ability to have those 2 extra autos of health. Also did a little bit better on trading and in terms of where they traded, because Kira's very pushed up, very aggressive, took the extra damage from the cannon minion on the way out in one of the final trades, and ultimately when he went for the final one, Bjergsen just punished him because he had more health.
He did. That was a real quick 1v1. And the first time we've seen Kira lose in like 7 1v1s. So good pickoff for Bjergsen. But we move on to